Hey, this is NFTeve, and I'm here with Melon, Blossom, and Brittany, two amazing, great NFT artists. They're artists, NFT artists, and moms and NFT moms. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
I'm doing great too.
Good, great to see you. So, what are we going to talk? What are we going to say about moms? Like, I like to jump into the art pretty quick. Let's just jump into those clips, like right off the bat. So, we were talking before, and I was looking at their art, and I was like, oh, you both have a picture with clips, you know? So, I bought several copies of Melon Blossom's piece about depression that has a clip. And let's do that. Let's just share about, do you want to share that piece, Brittany? Pull that piece up. And it's a work in progress, so you'll see her amazing completed art right after that. But let's start off with that piece.
Okay, you know what? I backed away from it, so let me pull it up again.
All right. So Melon, how's being an NFT mom these days? Have you gotten used to it?
Never used to it, like really busy because like, I don't know, like being NFTs artist itself is a lot. Is many little things like you creating art, you promote yourself, you tweet it, chit chat, spaces, a lot. That's a lot, and kids is a lot as well. So is really double. It's really double, and I, like to be an NFT artist for me, like it is like I like to prove myself at one point that I am not only a mom, but I'm still myself, right? Yeah. So I try to discipline myself so much.
Yeah,
Like
I actually really love watching you like balance your mom and your NFT and your TikTok musician life, you know, because I'm not a mom, and I have so many friends who are moms, but all they ever do is talk about their children like 24/7. But I'm like, well, what about you? You know, so I love how I feel like you're yourself, and then your kids like integrate into whatever it is you're doing. And I just think it's really cool, you know, the way you handle it.
oh, thank you.
I would definitely have to agree. I have it pulled up, but I definitely agree. And I think part of the kind of cakewalk is trying to figure out a balance between the two, you know, a balance between family time and kiddo time, and then also marketing yourself and engaging, you know, with other people in spaces and DMs and stuff. And so it's kind of tricky figuring that out, but I think we're doing it and we're doing awesome.
Yeah, I love so many of the moms' work. Some of my favorite artists are the NFT moms, like Ant Woman, you guys. Like there's maybe like that added richness, you know, of the emotional life of your family or whatever, or the richness or the craziness. I know in Melon's case, you know, but also the richness, you know, she's got the rainbows boys on one hand and the postpartum depression on the other. I know Melon has two boys. They're like, how old are they now? Like 4 and 6 or something like that.
They like Kian was 5 years old yesterday.
5.
Yeah, and the little one is turning 3
Yeah.
next.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what about you, Brittany? How old are your kids?
So I have one little boy and he is 6. He'll be turning 7 in December. So yeah, he's all excited. This year he's in 1st grade, and this is the first year they get a locker. So
Ooh, locker in 1st grade.
I know.
Ooh, that's a big thing.
That's
Very
grown
excited.
up.
Okay, but I can share my screen. I have my piece pulled up. So this is my work in progress. Definitely, you know, way beginning rough sketches. But yes, you can see that she is sitting very close to that cliff. She's probably not going to scooch her chair back, but she's very engrossed in her newspaper and her coffee. So, you know, she's catching up on the times. This collection, and I can show you some of the pieces from it. This collection is kind of a reflection of myself as a stay-at-home mom now that I'm not working from home. You know, it's these 1950s housewives doing kind of mundane and boring chores, but they're kind of daydreaming off into outer space and really thinking about and getting lost in thoughts of like a bigger and brighter future for themselves, not just, you know, sweeping the floor or baking goodies or whatever, you know. And I think that is definitely kind of a reflection of my own journey as a mother and as a wife here. Well, I guess it's not been recently anymore. It's been a couple of months now. When I went from being a career mom, you know, focusing on career goals and things, to leaving that job to pursue art. And it was a totally different dynamic. And it was something that I really had to get used to because I struggled with that mentally quite a bit, you know, just kind of adjusting into this life where I'm no longer checking work emails and Zoom calls. And now I'm changing laundry and folding kiddo clothes and stuff full time. So this collection has been kind of a release for me. I've kind of been pouring my heart and soul into it, and yeah, that's it.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I love this work. I love your drawing. Is that what was your career? Did you go to art school? I mean, you're a very developed artist. Like, what's your career situation?
No, I was actually doing dental billing.
Whoa.
Yeah, so something totally unrelated, a lot of data entry, things like that. I've been doing art. I haven't gone to school for art, but I have been doing art since I was a child, like since I can remember, you know. And the closest thing to art classes I took were the art classes in high school. So I would love, 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 love to go back and study like video game design or something like that.
Yeah.
But I just haven't gotten there yet.
There's an amazing thing. I know that, like, even me, I can't even fit it in, but like I just went to school recently at the Art League in New York City, which is this very famous art school. Now all of the museums, all of the famous art schools have like Zoom classes now. I took fashion drawing. It was incredible. I'm gonna take it again. So that was amazing, and it's so funny. I hadn't noticed the cosmic connection in your work, but Melon has a very similar. You have so many connections because she also the cosmos is huge in her work, you know, and you see like it's almost exactly the same thing. Like, this is my daily insane life where I'm like this mad crazy mother lady, you know, and then but yet, you know, somehow connected to the whole cosmos. And
well, I have to say that Melon was one of my biggest inspirations when I first entered the space. So I definitely, she was one of the first. I joined right around the time when the Women in Web3, it was women, oh my gosh, what is it? Like Women's Month. And so all of the women's spaces were going on. And I heard Melon.
Amazing, that Women's Day. That blew
Yes.
up Twitter, right?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. And that was one of the first spaces that I heard her speak in. And I resonated so much with her story. I was instantly hooked.
Oh,
Yeah, me too. Yeah, when I see her work, even though I couldn't relate, but I don't know, was so inspired. It's so interesting to me because I think that motherhood is something that's always been inside of a house, you know. So like the NFTs is bringing it out into the world, and Twitter Spaces, YouTube, everything. So that's why I'm so fascinated with it, because it's like Mars, you know. Everybody's seen a million pictures of Mars, but who's ever talked to a mom about what it's like to be a mom, you know? And and only a mom knows. These are like very particular situations that you go through. So let me ask you about the cliff. So the drawing you have with the cliff, there's a chair, there's a cliff right behind you, but you don't know it's there. Like, what does that evoke, or what does that mean for you? Like the cliff is like right behind her. And she doesn't see it.
Just I don't know if that's good or bad that I'm like kind of burying my head in the sand, you know, not realizing how close I am. I don't know if it's symbolic of that. But you know, I think we could just kind of go with that.
I think that clip is more like about world events, or is it about personal? Or
Personal for sure.
yeah, 'cause when I saw it, it's like in a house, in a room, like internal. And then so you're like just right on the edge of the cliff, but you're like, you're doing your life, your daily.
Right. Still got my head in the game, you know. I'm not planning on turning around and seeing how close I am to that cliff just yet.
Wow.
I'm still focused there.
So let's look at yours, Melon, your cliff.
My clip. Give me a moment. All right.
Yeah, Melon's amazing. She's really one of the most, interesting. Yeah.
Let us start over.
This is on OBJKT, by the way.
Yes,
And
yes.
there's only like 1 or 2 left at this price, 1.50. I'm going to probably just buy it up now.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites and one of my very first work on NFTs world, I think. Yeah, just want to just visualize how depression is. Yeah, like I just want to let everyone know like how I feel when the depression hit. Yeah, and what I feel is like you falling in the endless, how to say, yeah, endless space. Like you standing like right at the cliff, and yeah, and at one point you just lose your floor, and yeah, falling into the endless space underneath your feet, and then you come back again because you have to. Yeah, and yeah, because I feel like I always like showing my positive face on Twitter or any like social media, but I like to let everyone know the fact that hey, like I got this, and this is what I'm fighting with, and I am trying, and I made it. Even like it is not perfectly like healed yet, but yeah, like it a symptom that can be healed. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Yeah, you're expressing that really so much for your healing. I know because I'm watching your work from the beginning, and you watch it, move and grow and share and connect. And I just have a question about this pot cooking on the stove, and it's like a little volcano. It's like a little piece of the earth that erupted, or what's that about? Like
I obsess. I think I obsess in pot and pan. Like I feel like in my life after like switch from like single to be a mother, having family, I cook a lot. Like especially like during the pandemic, every meal for everyone until right now, it's a big thing. And yeah, I don't know, it came from my unconscious, that every time I want to draw something other than women, I like to draw pot. Because it's the thing I related like the most. Yeah.
that's why she's turning away from that. It was like too much. And she's like, I want to turn away from the pot and pan. I'm gonna go jump off this cliff now. Bye.
Right.
I can't imagine cooking like 3 times a day for 4 people. Like, I mean, it used to be what women did for a really long, quite a few hundreds of years,
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Now what do we say? You want to show another one of your pieces you had there? Just like show something, or
Okay, I
maybe
think
your latest piece, whatever you want to share, just for sharing. It could be unrelated. I think we have a lot of understanding about mothers now. They're on the edge of lips. And they're cooking and they're mopping floors, and it's not, and it's
yeah. So like after a while that I started from OBJKT, as you guys know, and after a while I jumped into OpenSea. Yeah, because I know that a lot more people are on OpenSea market. Yeah, so I started this collection that is called I Love Me, and
Wow,
yeah,
you're amazing. I haven't seen all of your
yeah, and I am trying to make 280 PFP. Why 280? Because yeah, as you know, like postpartum depression again. Yeah, I like when I like think about like how many is going to be in this collection, I try to do some research, and I found the fact that there are now like 280 million people now that's facing like issue about their depression. And this is me. And this is mean that not an this is official number. So there's still a lot unofficial like people who are facing this issue. So this is big. And so I like to use my work to highlight this one. And yeah, you know, I'm cooking again.
I
Mhm.
just have to say, like before that, I had like a realization because I was at my friend's house. They got like 3 kids. Everybody's eating ramen noodles. Like just economically in the United States right now to have children is such a stressor. Like I can't even, just how expensive everything is, and just buying that food. All right, what were you getting ready to show us? Whoa, that is crazy.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, that's really super wild. She's like Hello Kitty gone wild.
She's cute.
Yeah. You know, if like when you have to pump your milk, you will feel like you are a robot.
Oh my god. Ah, oh
Yes,
my god.
you're a robot and you have to like to
Whoa.
attach the special part into yourself. And it feels so weird, but yes, it's part of your life.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Nobody talks about milk pumping either. Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm done already, but I still like feel so much about that.
You're traumatized.
Right, you know, like I breastfeed for almost like 4 years.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
yeah,
Every single
because
day, right? You can't just take a week off and go on a vacation. You gotta like,
yeah, and you know, like your body will work a lot. Like you will feel like how to say tension like inside your breast in every like every few hours. And is part of your life. And
so it fills up with milk every few hours and then,
you will feel like tension, like when you're about to have period, you will feel like,
uh,
oh my God, is about to explode. Yeah. And but it is gonna be like every few hours when
whoa.
the milk is ready to go out to release. And the more you let it release, the more the milk will produce. So like sometimes you just have to sit with the pain, and yeah, okay, you don't want your body to produce any more milk because your baby don't need that much anymore. So you just have to sit with the pain and let your body learn like, okay, we don't need like that much. It is amazing that it is a time that you learn about your body again. Like
Mhm.
you have to get to know yourself again, like the whole body, yeah, top to toe.
In
Oh,
a
so that's
totally
why
different
she's
way.
like kind of pale, her body's like white because it's like the milk got drained out of her, like so much of her life force got drained out because she's really like a tiger cat. but then she's like a ghost because her, that life force got drained out of her. That's so interesting. Wow. Oh my God. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Amazing.
Yeah, I actually I would like to do some more with the gun. Have you ever used it, Brittany? Like the manual one.
Oh, no, I never did the manual one.
The manual one actually really good, really powerful. And I feel like I have like two guns in my hands all the time.
Not like a milk gun, or is this like drawing materials you guys were talking about?
It is a palm. This is a palm.
God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This, yeah. I'm going to make it like the milk palm manual one.
Incredible. Let's see like one more piece of Brittany's, and then we're already like at the 20-minute mark. So we'll just kind of wrap it up. Just want to let everyone get like a taste of the inside world of NFT artists and moms. But let's see anyone that you want to show. We'll show one of Brittany's and then we'll just.
Okay. I will show my AI work that I've been doing. Okay. And again, I have to show you from Twitter. I'm sorry.
Well, it actually works out. It looks fine on the screen.
Okay.
It's actually
okay. So this is actually a collection that I'm doing just for fun on Tezos. And it is a collection of feminine cyborgs who are looking for an inhabitable planet for Dradari's displaced people from her home planet. So they are all on an exploration rocket called the H7XLR. And this is Dradari, she's the captain. And then Branath is the first officer. And then Ladia is the chief navigator. And all of these are done using a mixture of AI and Procreate. So that's what I've been working on now. It's just something that's totally, out there, figuratively and literally. And it's been a lot of fun getting into AI and figuring out all the things that you can do with that, because there's a lot of controversy around AI right now. And I think it's just really interesting to see what it can do and kind of what the future for artists can look like if we use it, in conjunction with art and things like that. So it's kind of been its own little journey, and it's been a lot of fun.
I have a question. Can you go back to the first one you showed? Yeah, this is so interesting. And I really like that you're using it with the Procreate, because that's way, sometimes like, when you've been around the NFT space for a while, you see AI and you can just recognize like, oh, it's just AI. But then when you see other AI like this, like it's so interesting when you can tell, like, when somebody goes from just cranking out pictures, which is totally fine, into like creating a very specific art, which people can do with just the AI, but it's really amazing that you're mixing your own drawing and your own. What I was so fascinated with this picture, is that her face looks, real, and then I like the perspective. I mean, it looks like one of these photos where, it's like all blurry in the front, and her face is the focus. Like, how did, I was just curious, like, how did you do that?
So this piece, it started out as a, well, I'm tempted to show you, but also my computer is going so slow, I don't want to. It started out as just like a piece that I ran through Disco Diffusion. I had a prompt that I was working with, and it was basically all of this, but this face wasn't here. It was all just mechanical looking. And so I had a batch of 50 pieces that I had ran through, and I took them all into Procreate, or I took a handful of them that I liked different elements out of,
Hmm.
and then dropped them all into Procreate and masked them. It was actually half of the face here is one that I started with. So I mirrored it and then added some details to the nose, and then ran that back through Disco Diffusion
Oh, interesting.
as an initial image,
Oh.
and actually ended up doing that about 3 or 4 times. Each time I would pull it out and then divide it up into pieces. So I did like her head as a piece, and I did this as a piece and this as a piece. And then ran each one of those pieces back through the AI generator to get more details and to get them how I liked them, and then pieced them all together in Procreate.
Ooh.
Wow, that is beautiful. How much is she? And I forgot to tell everybody from the beginning, everybody smash the likes, put a comment, subscribe, and I have everybody's links below. So you can find their work, buy them, follow them on Twitter and everywhere else you want to follow them. Wow, how much is that? What's your price on your AI pieces?
So they're on Tezos, and there are 15 editions for 14 or 15 Tez each. But this is where they live. They live on the Tezos blockchain.
I love Tesla. There's so much cool art there. And it's
Oh
kind of-
yeah.
it's also easy the way they put it. All right, well, I think that's like, we're gonna close it up just to keep it short, but you guys are both incredible, amazing artists. And you know, you have such a unique place in the world. And thanks so much for sharing it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
You guys are amazing. Everybody follow them. They are two huge artists in the space. Huge. Collect their work. I collect their work. And yeah, congratulations.